go. Well, the realtor knew somebody here. Boom, boom, boom. She was willing to sell our condo. We had to bring it down, down, down because of the market, but we got it at a very good deal initially. So we had at least a floating amount of money to either buy or purchase or put down on something here, which was dirt cheap at the time. So now it's liquidation city. I have things, I have like, like 7 foot tall, like Buddhas and like heavy shit and like furniture I've had since I was a kid, priceless, this, that, and the other. All has to go. The place has to be cleared to sell. So what we end up doing is having this massive estate sale where like I'm basically giving like $500 items away so that we can clear the condo because we cannot show it. We recarpeted it. We did a slap job, clean up on the kitchen, bathroom, and it had to be cleared out for every showing. So we had nothing but tarps, and we lived on plastic tarps using shoes as pillows practically for nearly a year until we were able to unload this place. Why? Showings could happen at any time. Weekends are open house. And we had an animal. So every single time within about a 45 minutes notice for a year, we had to take all we had, which was plastic tarps, roll them up, shove them in the closet, throw the cat in the carrier, and get in the car and sit in an air-conditioned car for anywhere from all day to an hour, depending on what day of the week and what have you. This was a nightmare. Now, at the same time, I'm purchasing in Tucson. I don't have time to be flying nowhere to check out no nothing. So I'm doing this sight unseen, pin the tail on the donkey with real estate in Tucson. So we secured this motel size nothing that we could afford actually outright, and I buy that. So now we have two escrows going at the same time with wings and prayers of flying, because this escrow has to close, this escrow has to close at exactly the same time. I can't put my family and homestead house or whatever those fucking things are called, that transitional living, extended living. So we're sleeping on the floor. Finally, the friggin' thing sells. It sells. I don't even know. It sells to some guy, and whoa! It was a classic kind of kitschy type 1960s building. So it had that allure. That was the only selling point. It was kind of like skanky 60s, not skank, but like you know what I'm talking about. So sold, done, cash in hand. And that's it. I've showed you a picture of me flying around town, on Hollywood Boulevard and visiting friends, which I'll do a quick show on about how painful and sad that was. But I don't like to do painfully sad shows. And I'm doing this tilt-a-whirl around LA knowing we are out, and we got out. House sold, escrow closed in Tucson. We threw everything in my Saturn SUV and a rented truck and bailed out here to Tucson, Arizona on the freeway. And I have never gotten back on a freeway since arrival in 2018. So that's bailing out of LA in a nutshell. What can I say? Here we are in Tucson. I've done a show about that. Maybe we'll sort of sideways extrapolate on a little bit of the departure, leaving folks, saying goodbye, getting here, the culture shock of being in this armpit, and then go from there. So thank you for joining me today. I always appreciate your time. You know that. And same thing tomorrow, usual lineup. Meantime, take good care of yourself, and I love you. Bye.